be able to just be seeing you like every day. We're just hang out and do business together. What I'm hoping is that how many have seen some progress, even it's just emotional progress in your business in the last 3 days? Put a 2 in the chat if you've had some progress, whether it's physical progress, emotional progress, tactical progress, some sort of progress. All progress is perfection. We need to keep things moving forward, right? If you don't have your cameras turned on, please turn them on. If it's possible to do it, turn it on. If you're at work and you can't, I understand. If you're driving, please be careful. But all progress is perfection. I love seeing your smiling faces. I got my VIPs on this side. I got my regular general admission over on this side. Hi, Nitin. Hey, Dragon. What's up, Gene? Hey, Stephanie. On this side, I can see Michelle and Ann and Jennifer. And can you get rid of me on the screen so I can see everybody? And Donna. And what's up, Gab? Seen you every day. Who else have I seen every day over here on this side, on this particular screen? Lisa Ann, what's up? Good to see you. Joanne, how you doing? I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. So listen, work today, no camera, Michelle. Hey, respect. You're getting your work done and you're getting your work done at the same time. So mad respect to you for being able to do this. When it comes to replay, I've got some really good news for you, but you have to wait till the end of this whole hour in order to be able to get this news. For those of you who have had to work for any part of this 3-part series, I got some great news for you, but you have to wait till the end. Okay. And Stacy and Tull is eating ice cream, which is not fair, Tull, to eat ice cream in the middle of this, because it makes me want to eat ice cream, and I can't eat ice cream because I am trying to get my body in shape, but it makes me really want to. I might have to go upstairs afterwards and get some ice cream or something that simulates ice cream. I'm just teasing. Anyway, we got the counter working. So how many conversations approximately have you started since you started this challenge? Throw into the chat how many approximate have you started. Some big numbers. We got small numbers, we got big numbers, but it looks like we're averaging 100 at least. There's some big numbers still going, right? So here's what I want you to do right now. Every single one of you, take a moment, and I want you to go to the counter in your dashboard, and I want you to update the numbers. And somebody throw up the dashboard so I can see it, because I want to see these numbers being updated in real time. I want this to be like you remember, if you're old enough to see the Jerry Lewis telethon, and you could see the numbers growing up. Enter the conversations that you created during this challenge. How often do we have to hit the refresh for that number to change? Nope. I'm seeing it's growing. It only lets you put 100 in. I think they changed that. So 136,000 so far. Come on, there's more than that. How long does it take to update this thing? Can you hit refresh? Let's see what happens. 142,000. Here's my goal. By the time we're done with this hour, I want to see 1 million. I want to see 2 commas. I think we can do that. If all of you have gone out there and done what you've done, I think we can reach 1 million. Okay? It won't let you add less than 100? More than 100. Must be more than 100. So it'll auto update every 20 seconds. Okay, fine. Fantastic. We'll keep watching that. We'll come back every once in a while and we'll take a look at that number. Almost at 149,000 and growing. So they're working to let you add more than 100 because they thought some of you might abuse it and throw in 1 billion or something. So I told them to like cap it at 500 or 1,000 or some reasonable number, because I want you to put in as many as you could possibly put in. So add 99 if you have to, whatever, for now. Be honest. Getting an error message, fine, no problem. Don't worry about it. We got you. This is just kind of out of curiosity. I want to see if we can hit 1 million by the end of this hour. So keep updating. Okay. Now, day 1, we talked about how to or why conversations are so important. People are saying they can't add under 100 now. So if you can have the guys who are ever doing the programming make whatever correction to that. So whatever it is, some are adding under 100, no problem. Some are saying they can't, but you can't add over 100. Technology, man. There's gremlins everywhere. Anybody ever deal with technology? It is the law of unintended consequences. There are just constantly, you push one lever and another lever pops out the other side and all kinds of things happen. But guess what we do? We deal with it. We deal with it. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. Whoever gets elected, guess what we're going to do? As president of the United States, we're going to deal with it. Whatever happens to interest rates, guess what we're going to do? We're going to deal with it. That's what entrepreneurs do. Whatever it is, we're going to deal with it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters is what we do. Success is in here, not out there. We don't need something else or something else to change for you to be happy or successful. You don't need your upline. You don't need anything else. It's what we do that's going to make the difference. It always has for me, and it always will for you. So day one, we talked about why conversations are so important. And there's no such thing as a good experience or a bad experience when it comes to a conversation. If good things happen, you get leverage. If bad things happen, you're going to learn. And how many have learned something so far from an experience that didn't go particularly amazing? Put a 3 in the chat if you've learned something so far. And that learning has helped you to become better for the next conversation. What I hoped to do in these 3 days is demystify this for you. Take away the fear for you. That conversation, how many have realized that this conversation, don't worry about the pivot, because we're going to get to the pivot. Not in this challenge right now. Right now, we're just going to keep the conversation going and pretend you don't have a business. Right now, I want you to pretend you don't have a business. I need you to discipline your patience. You don't need to get them all today. You don't need to sign them all this minute. You don't need to sign up every customer this 5 seconds. What do you think has given network marketing the worst part of its reputation? Going too fast. And some people like to train the direct approach. Just go direct and tell them you want them to sign up or buy. That's going to work for a very small group of people. But let me tell you the rest. It's going to scare them away. They say you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. I completely disagree. We chase good people away all the time with terrible approaches. We approach people like amateurs and they run away, and they would have been great in our business, but we chase them away because we act like amateurs. So just relax for a second. If you're going to be involved in this business for the next 3 years, how many are you going to be involved in your network marketing business or in network marketing in general for the next 3 years? Put a 3 in the chat if you say, I'm going to do that. And if that's the case, do the next 3 weeks matter that much? Is it okay to actually build a real relationship with somebody that is not built on commerce, but on actual connection? If you're going to be here, just chill for a second. Yes, have some urgency, but we really shoot ourselves in the foot and we make ourselves look bad by just being so childish in our urgency to get somebody to look at it right now this second. You got to build some trust. You got to build a bridge of trust and belief to be able to send your message over that bridge. And guess what? Do you get trust in 5 seconds? Do you get trust in one message? Even if you know that person, it's going to take some conversation to build some trust. It's going to take a little bit of time to build some trust. They're going to test you to find out if you're for real. Are you for real? Do you really want to help me, or are you just trying to help yourself? They're going to test your intentions. They're going to test your attitude. You're going to test how you respond to things. Just relax. It's called a relaxed intensity. Yes, there are some people you can go direct to because you already have trust. You already have a great relationship. And you can ask for them to try your product. You can ask for them to look at your business. But for the rest, for the other 99%, just chill. Just chill. There's going to be plenty of time. If you've heard the old joke of the 2 bulls on the top of the hill looking down at all the cows at the bottom of the hill, I'm not going to tell the joke, but I will just tell you the old bull says there's plenty of time. We'll get there. We're going to get to all of them. We're not in a rush. We don't need to run down there and act like amateurs. Let's walk down there like pros. Okay? So, all business is conversation. So, day one, we had you build a list. Begin to build a list. And I just want to tell you, your list is a living, breathing thing. It never stops. You're constantly going to be adding to your list. Every time you meet somebody, add them to your list. Every time you meet somebody, friend them up on social. Every time you meet somebody, find a way to add add them to your contact list, your active database. This is like the fourth person that says volume's a little low. So I don't know if we can adjust it on our side. Add people to your list constantly, your active database, and then find a creative way to stay in touch. And we're going to talk today a bit about frequency. If it's a distant contact, it's less frequent. If it's a close contact, it can be more frequent. If it's a close friend, it can be multiple times in a day. If it's somebody you're just getting to know, it might be once a week or once a month, and you need to have a good reason to stay in contact. Okay? So frequency is going to matter. We're going to talk about that. Okay? So one is all business conversation, build a list, and that is the work of our business. A lot of people are telling me volume's low, guys. I'm seeing this all over the chat. So I don't know if we have something on our side. It's fine on the VIP side, and on the non-VIP side, some people are telling me it's low. Anyway, we'll make adjustments as we go. You make adjustments as you go. Listen extra careful. Maybe if you can't hear me quite so cleanly, you have to listen a little bit cleaner, right? Maybe if I whisper, you'll listen a little bit better. So yesterday we started conversations. Okay? And how many of you realized it's not so scary? Put a 7 in the chat if you realize this is not so scary. Not so scary. You either get some benefit, or you learn something, or, I mean, did any of you die? Do you know anybody on your team? Did they die from the conversations that they started? Rebecca said almost. No, good. You didn't die, and you learned something. Okay, fantastic. Good news, right? So today we're going to talk about how do you keep the conversation going? What's the appropriate way to keep the conversation going that is natural? Felt a little weird? That's fine. You know why it felt weird? Because you haven't been in conversation with very many people for a long time. How many had more conversations in the last 2 days than you've had in the last 2 months? Put a 2 in the chat. Good for your business, isn't it? How many of you had more conversations the last 2 days than maybe the last 2 years when it came to your network marketing business? Put a 20 in the chat. More in the last 2 days than the last 2 years. What if you could duplicate this within your organization? Even if you're terrible, good things are going to happen. How many, even without trying, signed up a customer? Put a C, a capital C in the chat if you signed up a customer without even trying. Take a look. Isn't it wild? I told you not to, and you did anyway. How many of you recruited somebody without even trying? Put an R in the chat. You didn't even try. You kept trying to say, no, this is not about business. But look at all the R's. Isn't this crazy? Now, if some of you are feeling a little inadequate because you followed instructions and you pretended you didn't have a business and you kept it just conversational, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that all business is conversation. And if we get this type of result, imagine what happens when it duplicates inside your team. Good things are going to happen. And it's not scary. How many of you can do this with your team? If you have a team, how many of you can, or when you get a team, you can do this same exact thing that I'm doing with you, with your team? Put the word team in the chat if you can do that. You know what I love? I love finding little things that people can do that make a big difference. And this is a little thing that everybody can do. Marsha can do this. She's got this. Hi, Marsha. Good to see you. Pamela can do this, and Sean can do this, and Brenda can do this, and Camille can do this, even though you're not Camille. And Ann can do this, and Teresa can do this, and Douglas can do this, and everybody can do this. Xavier, you got this. It's just conversation, man. That's it. It's like, and look at all of the results. And we didn't even try. We did not even try. I didn't even teach you how to close. I didn't teach you how to ask questions. I didn't teach you how to keep the conversation going. They just joined. How many conversations do we have in our dashboard now? Just tell me. How many do we have? Still 158? The rest of you got to add the conversations. Come on, man.
They need to refresh their browser and then they can add whatever.
Oh, refresh your browser and then you can add as many as you want. Up to 1,000. Refresh your browser and then you can add as many as you want inside your dashboard. Okay? Okay. All right. So let's get to work. So first thing I want to do is if you are not signed up for NowSite, I want to remind you, you're absolutely crazy not to sign up for the free trial of NowSite, because I want to give you a free ticket to GoPro December 6th through the 8th just for utilizing this site. Okay? A free ticket. If you sign up for your free trial, you can either click on the button, use the barcode, or go to nmpro.ai. If you sign up, you get a free a general admission ticket. If you stay on that subscription, monthly subscription, until December 31st, then you get a free ticket to the 6th and the 7th. If you sign up for annual, you get a free VIP ticket. So if you haven't signed up yet, but you're going to, put a number 4 in the chat. Okay? If you haven't signed up yet, but you're going to. You're going to get your free trial. You're going to go ahead and sign up, because I want you to get the free ticket. I want you at GoPro, because what you learned these 3 hours, imagine 3 days of what we're going to do with this. All right. So I'm excited for all of you. Make sure that you do that before today ends. Make sure that you do that. I know most of you already have, but the rest of you, GoPro's virtual for almost everybody. There are some platinum tickets left if you would like to attend in person in Las Vegas. They're not inexpensive. It's $3,000 per person to attend in live and in person. It's limited to 400 people. There's a party at our house. There's food for all 3 days. There's all kinds of perks for the platinum tickets. There's about, I think, 80 tickets left, something like that. If you'd like to attend in person, I'd love to have you. I'd love to have you at my house. So if you want to be a part of that, where would they go? I don't know where they would go. I'll give you a link if you'd like to get a platinum ticket and be one of the 80 that comes to Vegas and attends in person. I'll get you a link. GoPro2024.com. GoPro2024.com. And again, when it comes to NowSite, get in front of AI, use it. Don't let it use you. Utilize it. So let's get into training. Here we go. In building rapport, now we've started conversations. Some of you have already naturally begun to build rapport with the people that you're in conversation with. What does rapport mean? Rapport means some sort of relationship. Rapport means some sort of common connection. Rapport means, you're in a little bit of banter with them. You have something to talk about. There's the beginnings of trust. There's the beginnings of trust. If anybody has issues with payment, just go to support@networkmarketingpro.com and they'll help you. Support@networkmarketingpro.com. They'll help you with payment. Okay. The promo code for the NowSite trial. The NowSite trial is there is no promo code. Just go to nmpro.ai and you get the free trial. Okay. Now, building rapport. I want to say again, and I want you to write this into the chat because you're going to remember it when you write it. Just be normal. Please write this in the chat. Just be normal. Don't be a weirdo. Don't be one of those people passing out business cards at funerals. Don't be a pushy, salesy, uncomfortable weirdo. You're here to help. How many of you believe that every person in the world at least needs to know about your product or your service? Put a 1 in the chat. If you believe that to the depth of your soul, you believe it. Well, the only way you're going to be able to educate people about your product is if you build some level of trust, some level of relationship. And once they trust you, they'll listen to you. And once they listen to you, they have a chance of becoming educated by you. Once they become educated by you, then they're likely to maybe give your product a chance. Guess what most of marketing is? Almost all of marketing. If you look at any ad anywhere in the world, you know what most of marketing is? Some people say it's relationships. Some people say it's networking. You know what it really is? Just getting somebody to try something. That's all it is. Go watch a Super Bowl commercial. Guess what they're all trying to do? Get somebody to try something. When they do a Cialis commercial, they're saying, try it. See if it doesn't help. Talk to your doctor. See what they think. When they're talking to you about Mountain Dew, they're saying, try our new flavor. When they're talking about Chick-fil-A, they're saying, come try our chicken sandwich. If you love it, you'll come back. If you like it as good as something else, you might come back. If you hate it, you're not coming back. Okay. They understand. Some are going to love, some are going to say, and some are going to hate. And I purposely gave you bad examples just to rile you up. Red Bull and Chick-fil-A and all the, I know it's tasty, but all the stuff. Have them try an essential oil. Have them try your water. Have them try your weight loss product. Have them try your skincare product. Have them try. See if it works. Have them try. Have them try. That's all marketing is. Just raise your awareness and look at marketing. And you'll find that almost all of it is getting somebody to try something. Travel, try it. Go on the site. Find out if you can get a better deal. You don't have to try the travel, but you can try the site. See if you can get a better deal than you can find someplace else. For sure. That's all we're going to do is try to get them to try something. But we have to build some trust first. Otherwise, they're like, who are you? Why should I listen? Why does it matter? So please, for the love of God, be normal. Especially to the people that you know. Be normal. Because at the beginning, I wasn't normal. I had my normal voice, and then I had my prospecting voice. And it was a different voice. Has any of you ever had a different voice where you talk different? Be honest. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a different way of talking when you're talking about your product or your business than you did when you were just being a normal friend. Look at all the ones. I had the same, man. I was using my scripts and people are like, what are you talking about? Who are you? And what did you do to my friend? Who abducted you? And, inserted some alien into this person that's giving me these weird scripts. Just talk to me. Please, God, be normal. Please. So let's talk about how to keep some conversations going. You've all agreed you're going to be normal. If you agree you're going to be normal from now on, and if you catch yourself with weird voice, you're going to stop doing that. Okay? Put a 2 in the chat if you agree that you're going to be normal. Please, God. You're going to get better results. I promise. And the same thing when you're typing a message. Somebody give me my phone back. When you're typing a message, the same thing. Type it like you'd normally type it. Say it like you'd say it actually in the text message. Don't all of a sudden be using weird words that you normally wouldn't use. How many of you have ever done that? You've typed something that you would never, ever, ever normally type. Put a 4 in the chat if you've ever done that. Honest. Thank you for being honest. Because I've done the same thing. Please don't do that. Be normal when you type. If it's your friend, type like it's your friend. Now, good scripts are fine. I think you can find seeds of good things inside of scripts. But if you're not careful and you just all of a sudden go from being normal to not normal, from one message to the next, everybody's going to go, what's going on? You don't think people can hear you being different when you're typing? They can hear you being different. And when they hear you being different, their guard goes up and they're like, what is going on? Something's different. Are you trying to sell me something now all of a sudden? What is happening? I want you to pretend you don't have a business. I want you to pretend you don't have a product just for a minute. You're going to be here for 3 years anyway. The next 3 weeks is not going to change anything. I want you to enjoy yourself and have actual real conversations with as many people as possible. I want you to keep those conversations going. I want you to build trust. I want you to build friendship. I want you to strengthen belief. And the pivot will come. Don't worry about the transition. The pivot will come. Please just be you, Natalia. Just be you. Okay? Just be exactly like you would be to your friends. Don't be anybody else. Okay. So I'm going to go to NowSite just to show you a few things. Let's say you wanted to post something on social and you don't know what to post. They have a thing on NowSite called Selfie AI, where you just take a selfie, take something cute, or take something ugly. Ugly works too. If you want to get some engagement, take a really ugly picture. Take 10 pictures and pick the ugliest one, especially for you pretty people. And post that and show them what happens when you use Selfie AI. Justin, show them.
Hey, hi, everybody.
Hi.
All right, so we'll do a selfie AI. And so all I'm going to do, guys, super simple. I'm going to click post. I'm going to click selfie AI. And I'm just going to upload, and you can do this on mobile too. I'm going to upload a selfie of me and my son. We happen to be at a Chelsea soccer game in London, but I'm not telling the AI that. The AI is able to understand what's happening in the image and write a post. So it knows that we're at the Chelsea match. It can tell from the image, and it knows that I'm a fan, and it knows I've told it about my family, and it writes instantly a fantastic post optimized for Facebook, for Instagram, for LinkedIn, and for Twitter and all the other major platforms.
All right.
It's
so
literally that simple.
Yeah. So if you're, one of the things that should be in your arsenal to create more conversations is take a selfie every day in a different location and post it and let it write something for you. And you can edit it if it's not quite right. You can edit it and change it, but it'll start to get some engagement. And from the engagement, you can have some conversations. What happens when somebody replies? If they like your post or they comment on your post, what happens when they reply? A person says, for example, what happens then when they reply to your selfie AI? Can you do that? Can you show me something like that? Or no? Do you have that? Is that not quite set up like that way?
Well, I mean, look, you can you can use this to start any kind of conversation.
Well, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's say they have liked your post or commented on your post, and you have started a DM conversation with them. Okay. How many of you have started some sort of direct message conversation with somebody? Put a 1 in the chat if you've done that. Okay. Now, most of you have gotten a response. Some are saying, who are you? What is this about? Has anybody gotten that message? Who are you and what is this about? Put a 2 in the chat if you've gotten that message. Who are you and what is this about? All right. So show them how to use the tool if you get that question. Who are you and what is this about?
So for something like this, I would go to Eric AI. I would go to the AI avatar that we built of Eric, and I would ask him how to handle it.
So
let's see what he says. So if I said, I wrote a message saying hi to a friend, and they replied, what do we say? Who is this?
Who is this? What is this about?
What is this about? How should I reply?
Perfect.
And I like to kind of, we're talking.
And then don't mention business or product.
Yep. And so let's see what Eric AI recommends.
And keep the conversation moving
with
forward.
Something friendly and familiar to keep the conversation going. Here's a suggestion. Hey, it's your name. Just thought I'd say hello and see how you're doing. It's been a while since we caught up. How's everything going on your end? This keeps it light and open, encouraging further dialogue.
So it basically responds and then asks an open-ended question, which is what you want to focus on. And NowSite is available on mobile, right?
All of this is available on mobile.
Yes. All right. Fantastic. So, how do you start a conversation? Let's say you want to reconnect with somebody you haven't talked to in 10 years. How do you use Nowsite to start a conversation?
So what I would do is sorry, let me share my screen. I would click start a conversation. So if you're ever at a loss of what to say, let's say you want to reconnect with someone, and maybe I want to reconnect with my friend Cheryl. I'm one click.
Eric AI is free inside of Nowsite. There's no charge for it. I should be charging $100 a month for 36 years worth of what I know, but it's free.
So I picked reconnect, and I put the name of the person I want to contact, and it wrote a message in my writing style. And you can customize it for yours. Hey, Cheryl, it's been way too long since we last caught up. What have you been doing or what have you been up to lately?
So it's going to give you some suggestions if you're stuck. And if you do this a lot, you're going to get stuck. You're going to be saying the same things over and over and over again. You're going to get bored with yourself. Has anybody ever gotten bored with themselves? Put a 2 in the chat if you've gotten bored with yourself. Be honest. So this will teach you how to be a little less boring.
And I can just change the name and get a new message. So if you're worried about I'm sending the same message over and over, that's not going to happen here. It's always going to be a different message in your tone of voice. And you can you can say hi, you can reconnect, you can do birthdays, anniversaries, you name it, and it's one click and it's done for you without any thought in your authentic tone of voice.
Okay. Fantastic. Justin, thank you for that. I'll come back to you later. But I appreciate that. We started with all business conversation. We want to keep the quantity up. We want to increase the quality and increase the frequency, and we're just going to be normal. So we good so far? Everybody good so far? Give me a thumbs up if we're good so far. All right. Fantastic. If you have any problems with the mobile app, don't get stuck in the weeds. Get out of your head. Just breathe. Nowsite has great support. They'll help you. Don't worry about it. This should not change the game for you. There's plenty of time to figure that out. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Questions. If you ask somebody a question in your conversation that have a 1-word answer, it's usually a bad idea. Okay? Because it ends the conversation. You want to have open-ended conversations, open-ended questions whenever you can. So, where are you from? That's fine. You can start there. Do you like it there? What do you like best about it? You can talk about where you live, etc. Where did you grow up? What's your favorite team? What do you do? Is it fun? What's your favorite food? Do you like pizza? That kind of stuff. If that's normally what you would say, go ahead and say it. But do your best to have open-ended conversations. Open-ended questions naturally lead other people to share more. The best open-ended questions are questions a person's going to be excited to answer. If they say, where do you live? I live in Liverpool. Why? What's your favorite football team? It's Chelsea. Justin, why? Why Chelsea? Why would you torture yourself like that? And if you're normally a little sarcastic and goofy, be sarcastic and goofy. If you normally make fun of something, make fun of something. So why would you be a fan of Chelsea and torture yourself like that when Liverpool's just going to pound your face in year after year? Just give up. Switch to the other side. And as soon as I know, one of the things I will tell you, it sounds worse than politics. Yeah, for some it is. It's serious stuff, especially these football fans around the world. How many of you are actually soccer/football fans? Put a 3 in the chat if you're a soccer/football fan. This is like life and death stuff. This is no joke, but you can still make it a joke. How many of you have friends that are fans of other teams and all you do is send memes mocking the other team to that person? Is that a conversation? Yes or no? 100%. Most of my conversations with my friends are memes. If I see a meme that I like, I hit the save button and I save it for a moment when it's going to hurt them the most. So, like, I have some Dallas Cowboy fans, and I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, which is terrible. We're so easy to beat up. But Dallas Cowboy fans. And there's a picture of two really old ladies standing on either side of a current Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. And they were cheerleaders the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. The two old ladies. It's a perfect meme for me to send to every single Dallas Cowboy fan that I love to torture. It's perfect. It's so great. The best comeback I ever got back to me was from a Packer fan, which I hate the Packers. I cannot stand the Packers. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers, who plays for the Jets now, agreed to come and speak, there it is. Look at that meme. Is that not a perfect meme to send to a Dallas Cowboy fan? Come on. That's just the best. So a friend of mine, the Packers were having a bad year, and I said, oh, I'm sorry. You know what she said back to me? She said, I'd rather be a has-been than a never was. Like, oh, she just destroyed me. Just destroyed me. But I had to respect it. I was just like, okay, you win, you win, you win, you win. We live in a meme world. So collect your memes. I have my whole folder's filled with memes. To be able to, because it's a great way, if you haven't been in touch with somebody for a while, hey, thinking of you, shoot them a meme. Where can you find memes? Go on Instagram, go on TikTok, go on Facebook, and scroll till you see something funny. Or interesting, or thought-provoking, or inspirational. It could be inspirational. It could be entrepreneurial. All you got to do is follow a few. Google most viral memes and find interesting stuff. If I ever get stuck in a conversation, this can't provocate an unprofessional way to have a conversation with a future distributor, may put down your edification or have doubts about your mentorship leading for them. No, this is just fun. This is just fun. How many of you talk to your friends, your real friends, and you send them a meme from time to time? Put a 7 in the chat if you ever do that. I'll send inspirational memes. I'll send funny network marketing type memes. I posted a meme like a week ago where a person was getting ready to jump off of a rock to jump into the water, and it looked like he was getting ready to jump in like 15 times, and everybody was cheering for him to finally do it. And I put the caption above it, you know, when you're trying to convince your distributor to finally make a decision already. Just for fun. Have some fun. So if you're ever stuck with a meme, or if you're ever stuck on where to go with the conversation, or if you haven't talked to somebody in a week or 2 weeks, send them a meme. Usually they'll respond. They'll put a little heart emoji and they say, hey, I was thinking about you. How's it going? And then you restart the conversation. Got it? So asking the question, no matter what you're doing, ask the question, why? So why Chelsea? Why this? Why that? You know, I saw something on haggis today. They're trying to, in the Wall Street Journal, they're trying to bring back haggis as a delicacy, and they're trying to popularize it around the world. So I asked a few friends, do you like haggis? Any of you like haggis? Any of you? Yuck, no? Sean loves it? Why? You don't know, you don't want to ask for a description of haggis. Just don't ask for a description of it. If it's tasty for you, fantastic. It's just a food. Or Vegemite. If you talk to somebody in Australia, you can have all the Vegemite you want. I'm not putting it on toast. I am not doing it. It's not happening. But this is examples of real conversations. Just lighten up and your business will brighten up. Lighten up, your sales will brighten up. Lighten up, your recruiting will brighten up. Just have fun. My favorite type of memes are inspirational. I love sending inspirational memes. I loved the Paralympic husband cheering on his wife in the long jump of the Olympics. I loved that meme. It made me cry every time I watched it. To watch him cheer for her to win the gold medal. Come on. But I also loved the pole vaulter not getting over the pole because his junk hit the pole. I love that too. And you can post, hey, I have the same problem. I can feel for the guy. You know, you can joke around. It's okay. Andrea, listen, she says, what happened to the training? We're talking about all this other crap. This is the training, Andrea. Remember, you don't have a business. You don't have a product. We're not talking about pivot today. We're talking about keeping the conversation going. That's all we're talking about. Building trust and building relationship. The pivot will come. When we do the customer challenge in 3 weeks, I'm going to go so deep and so exact on the pivot. I'm going to give you a million ways that you can pivot. They'll pivot to you or you could pivot back to them. Okay? This is the training. You're like, this feels like cheating. This feels like we're just having fun. This doesn't feel as grim as I feel like our business should be more difficult than this. No. It should be fun. You should find a way to have fun with 100 people. You don't need to be a lighthouse, inspirational, motivational, transformational coach to every single person you talk to. Have some fun, for crying out loud. Who are you going to trust more? Somebody who's always trying to inspire you every second of every day, or somebody who have some fun every once in a while? Mix in some inspiration, sure. Talk about entrepreneurship, fantastic. But have some fun. Okay? Are you understanding? This is not traditional. This is not what they train you at your company convention, is it? Not at all. It's all grim and go get them and hurry. And it's like, just chill. You're the bull at the top of the hill. You got all day. It's not a race. We'll get there. Okay? So here's our goal, is to start conversations and keep them going. Start conversations and keep them going. How do you keep them going? Keep them fun. How do you keep them going? You hit across, they hit one across. Oh, they give you a body blow. They're a Liverpool fan. You're a Chelsea fan. You give them a shot back. If some Packer fan shoots me a meme, I'm shooting them a meme back. You know what I mean? Keep it fun. Back and forth, 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 back and forth. Like, oh, almost like normal people. Weird, right? So let's talk about frequency for a moment on this back and forth. I'm not answering that, Dan and Megan. I know it came from Dan because you did send me that emoji. Dan Valentine sent me an eggplant emoji, just so you know, yesterday. It's completely inappropriate, Dan. You're more adult than this. But here's the thing. If you don't know them that well, it's going to be less frequent. The volleys are going to be much slower. Guess when it gets weird? Hi, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Oh, I'm fantastic. What's your favorite color? Blue. Oh, mine's yellow. What's your favorite restaurant in town? All in the same day. Oh, my favorite restaurant, I guess, is the steakhouse. Oh, I like the seafood house. I think seafood's better than steak. Don't you think seafood's more healthy than steak? It's like, I guess. Can you see it? That's starting to feel weird. It's too fast. Why are you asking me these random questions? Just, you got to slow it down. Now, if you're buddies, you can rapid fire if you feel like it. And guess what happens with my buddies? I'll rapid fire for a day and then I won't talk to them for a week. I'll rapid fire for a day. Some of them, I shoot them a message every day. but very few. The more you know them, the more frequent it can be. The less you know them, you got to find a little opening. Like there's a couple billionaires that I know that I'm working on building a relationship with because I really respect them. So I look for moments. And when a moment shows up where something cool happened for them, hey, I saw you on this thing and I thought you crushed it. Have a great day. And that's it. Then I leave them be. And they usually give me a thumbs up or a fist bump or a thanks. And then, and it's at this stage with some of these billionaires, I'm still driving most of it. They don't message me a lot. They message me infrequently. I message them more frequently because I'm trying to build rapport and they're very busy people. I'm okay with that. Here's the one thing I want you to think about. In all of your conversations, write this word down and I want you to type it into the chat. Every one of you. Value. Bring value to their day. Compliment them randomly out of the blue. Bring them something that will help them with their business. Recommend a great book. Show them a podcast that was amazing. Forward some link that might be valuable to them, but just bring value. If you bring value, if somebody else is bringing value to you without asking, how valuable is that relationship? It's pretty valuable, right? You're not going to want to throw it away. It's certainly going to open up their minds when the pivot does come. Value. Not just that they're valued, yes, that you value them, but bring them value in the form of content, compliment, recommendation, connection. He's not in network marketing, but he's one of the most networked guys I know. His name's Dan Fleischman. Anybody know Dan? Dan is one of the most connected guys I know. And Dan, all he does all day long is connect people who could maybe do business together. That's all he does. Never asks for anything. Hey, you guys should know each other. Hey, you guys should connect. Hey, I think you guys would get along. And that's all he does. And we talk every couple weeks. He just sent me a text. He's in town. Dan Fleischman's his name. He's coming in town. He's got his passions. He's got his stuff. But all he does is connect people. I've connected to more people that have been on my podcast, that I've met, that I've become friends with, some distant, some close. But that's all he does in bringing value. So here's a formula for success. This is a life skill of getting in a conversation and staying in conversation. Harvey Mackay, one of the greatest networkers to ever live, he said, everybody you meet, get their contact information and find a creative way to stay in touch. And this has given us the tools to do it. And NowSite has given us the tools to turbocharge this. Right? So this is a life skill. And what I've shown you in these 3 days is this should be fun. It shouldn't be like going to the dentist. Having a conversation with people shouldn't be like pulling teeth. It should be fun. If this is what you did for a living, imagine if this is actually what you've done the last 2 days, that they paid you big money for this. You'd feel like it was cheating, wouldn't you? That's actually what we do here. You get paid. Some of you have already gotten paid, and you didn't even try to sign up customers. They happened anyway. You didn't even try to sign up distributors. They happened anyway. Imagine what happens in 3 weeks when I show you how to try. What I want you to do in these next 3 weeks is I want you to get the relationship so strong that when you do make the ask, it's an automatic. Because all we're going to ask them to do is try. Learn a little bit more. That's all we're going to ask them to do. But for now, I want you to just discipline your impatience And just stay fun. Stay in relationship. This is a life skill. Quantity beats quality. Third thing I would tell you is start before you're ready. Some of you have been nervous about doing this. Just start. Take a look at the people around you. These are normal people. Look at the people on the screen. Does anybody have something on you that you don't have? Some people are beautiful. Some people are not so beautiful. Guess what? Some of the most beautiful people actually have some issues because they've got to get past their beautifulness. And most people only want to connect with them because they're beautiful, not because they have anything to offer in terms of value, just their beauty. Some of you beautiful people, you've been dealing with this your whole life. You can't get somebody to be serious. It's like, hey, my eyes are up here. Let's get back to what we were talking about. So, life skill, quantity over quality. Start before you're ready. Be willing to start messy. Be willing to do it and learn as you go. Number 4, don't quit. Number 5, plan, do, review, get better every single day. Make a plan for the day, do it. You've already been doing it for 2 days, right? You figured out some things that worked and some things that didn't. Well, do less of the things that didn't work and more of the things that worked. Play around with NowSite. How can it help you? How can you ask it better questions? Figure out what works and what doesn't work. Make a plan, do it, and then review it to make a better plan. They say you'll succeed if you don't quit. That's not true. What's true is there's a lot of you that haven't quit and you haven't succeeded yet. You have to not quit and you have to get better every day. So that's where Plan, Do, Review helps you. Plan, Do, Review is my secret weapon. Every day I make a plan, I do that plan, and then I review and make a better plan. So you can't beat me. If I get rejected all day, guess what? I'm going to learn. Tomorrow I'm going to be 10 times better. And if everybody gives me positive, I'm going to learn, and I'm going to say, I want to do more of that. I'm unbeatable. There is no Plan, Do, Review cheat sheet. Make a plan, Holly, for having conversations. Do that plan and then review. How did it work? And then use the review part, the feedback, to make a better plan for tomorrow. And then do that. If you get 1% better every day, you'll be world class in 3 years. 1% better every day, you'll be world class. You're going to be 3 years older anyway. Why not be world class at having built a network of people who love you and smile every time they think about you? Wouldn't that be nice? To have every time somebody thinks about you, they smile. Every time somebody thinks about you, they go, I gotta get in touch with that person again, because they make me feel better every time I interact with them, even if it's virtual. Get better every day. I want you to get better every single day. So some of you are like, where's the training? It's right here. Find people to talk to, which you can plan to review and do it. Start a conversation, which you can plan to review and do it. Keep the conversation going, which you can plan to review and do it. Now, I told all of you that there was going to be an announcement at the end of this. And there is an announcement. I'm going to give you a few assignments first. Okay? But write this on your notes. Lighten up. Lighten up. Have some fun. Put a smile on your face, even if nobody's watching. Lighten up. Come on, Scott. Let me see the real smile. There. It's almost there. I see the face is smiling. I don't see the eyes smiling yet. Show me the real smile, Scott. Come on. It's almost there. There it is. I saw a chuckle. If you lighten up, everything's going to change. So your day 3 assignments. Now, ready? Here we go. Get signed up for NowSite if you're not already signed up. The free trial information, here it is. Go to the page, click on the link, go to the barcode or nmpro.ai. There's a kickoff call on Monday, August 26th, 8 a.m. Pacific time to 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern time. You're going to get an email with details. All of you that have been part of this, you're going to get an email with details. So it'll train you all the stuff of what to do. If you sign up on the free trial and end up with a monthly subscription, you keep that subscription through the end of the year. We're going to give you a free ticket to GoPro. This is a $299 ticket, $297 ticket. What was the assignment? Get signed up for NowSite if you've not already done so. If you get an annual subscription, you get 2 months off, and we'll give you a VIP ticket, which gives you the 3rd day. Okay? Got all that? So get signed up for NowSite. Don't stop at the 100 conversations. Track your conversations in the dashboard. If you haven't done so, go to the dashboard and enter your conversations. What are we up to in conversations? How many we have? I know it's way more than 200,000. So we have 33,000 people here. Some of you are just lazy when it comes to entering the number of conversations. You just haven't done it. You will just not follow instructions. You're rebels like me. It's okay. It's okay. I love you anyway. But 200,000 conversations, even if that's accurate, which it's not, still pretty good. The next 3 free challenges are, well, first of all, sign up for NowSite. Don't stop at 100 conversations. Track your conversations in the dashboard and join the GoPro Customers Challenge, which happens in just 3 weeks. I'm going to teach you how to pivot the conversation. For now, I just want you to keep deepening the relationship, and you will pivot the conversation and turn these relationships into customers like it's the easiest thing in the world. Easiest thing in the world. Show them where they sign up for the customer challenge. Show them on the dashboard. If you look at the top of the dashboard, it says join the next customer challenge here. That's free for the customer challenge. Okay? Go to the customer challenge here. Svetlana won't sign up with a company that offers no customer support by phone. Then don't. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Do whatever you'd like to do. My suggestion is don't let little shit get in the way of big shit. And a lot of people let little shit get in the way of big shit. Don't let that be you. Don't major in minor things. Let's go. Let's not get stuck in the weeds. The next 3 free challenges are the customer challenge on September 16th to 18th, recruiting challenge, October 16th through the 18th, and then the promotion challenge, how to get more people to show up for events on November 11th through the 13th. These are all free. Okay. So the customer challenge, September 16th through the 18th, you've got that button to get yourself signed up. Now, here's for the announcement. If you want to get a 12-month replay for all of these trainings, you can go click on the get the replay button and get all of that for the next 12 months for $10. I think it's worth it just for your team. You could sit down with your team and show them these 3 videos. Do you think if I share it with your team, it might be better than if you share it with your team? It might be better. That might be worth getting the replay just there. Have the replay to be able to show them. And if you're on the VIP, you already got that. That's $10. But here's what we're going to do. And I had to work on this with the team this morning. I'm going to give you all 3 days of this in replay form inside your dashboard that you have right now for the next 3 days for no charge. For anybody that had to work, anybody on your team that should have watched this and didn't, for the next 3 days, everybody on your team has access to the replay of all 3 days of this challenge free of charge. This ends, and so does the GoPro ticket offer from NowSite. It ends Monday night at midnight Pacific time. What's the date Monday? Huh? The 26th. On the 26th at midnight Pacific time, the replays go away, and so does the GoPro ticket offer. If you sign up for Now Site free trial, and all of that stuff, that all goes away at midnight Pacific time. But here's where you're gonna find the replays in the dashboard that you're signed up for. You got to give us a little bit of time, because here's what we're doing. We're going to be putting the replays into the dashboard, all three of them, day 1, day 2, day 3. They're going to be in the dashboard that you're currently using, and those links will work until midnight Pacific time on Monday, and then they will stop working. So my strongest suggestion to you is, in addition to signing up for Now Site, being ready for all of this stuff, my suggestion to you is move heaven and earth between now and Monday night to get everybody on your team to watch these 3 days. If they had to work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I get that. But now we got Saturday and Sunday and Monday for them to watch these 3 days and get the value. It's not the VIP Q&A. You guys are all, the VIPs are going to have replay access to that in a separate place. This is just the 3 major sessions for everyone. Okay? So how many of you have registered already for the customer challenge in 3 weeks? Put a 1 in the chat if you've already registered. And fantastic. Get your teams to do the same thing. If you want a customer explosion of sales in September, I can help you do that. But if you get them to watch this challenge first, I can help you do it easier. Do you agree with me? If they start more conversations before I teach them how to pivot, they're going to get better results. So the 3-day free replay is only available. It's available to the world. Every single person in the world. All they got to do is go to GoProConvo.com, sign up, and watch those 3 free days from now until Monday night. Not just for those of you who are already signed up, for your teams that didn't sign up yet. They all get access to this replay for the next 3 days until Monday night, midnight. Okay? So the smartest of you will push this to every single person on your team. If you have anybody on your team, you'll make sure that they watch. Watch it with them. Have a weekend get together with your group and watch it together. Whatever you got to do to get more conversations going. So it's not too late if you want to join our VIP group and get access to all the VIP recordings. You get the live Q&A. You get one-on-one consulting with a GoPro coach. You get this Conversations Catalyst book. You get 12-month access to all the challenge replays. And you get GoPro audiobook. All of that's included with VIP access at $47. We're going to give you 15 minutes in order to be able to do that and come join us in the VIP room. So last thing, is there anything else? Is there any, all my slides are all messed up. Is there any more slides or are we done? We're done. All right. That's it. Has this been enjoyable for you? It's been enjoyable for me. Have I taught you, hopefully, that this can be fun? Have I taught you, hopefully, that you can do this? Have I taught you, hopefully, that your limiting beliefs are just that you can replace them with empowering beliefs? You do not have to live in fear anymore. This can be fun. This can be enjoyable. You can help the world. I want to help you help the world. That's why I do what I do. If you missed any part of this, the replays, just give us a little time to get them up there. But part 1, 2, and 3 will be up on the dashboard by later on this evening. Just keep checking the dashboard until they're there. And as soon as they're there,